In a quiet corner of innovation, something extraordinary is happening not in billion-dollar automaker labs, but in the garages of ordinary Americans. A silent revolution is taking shape, one that could completely rewrite the future of transportation. It's called the self-powered car conversion movement. At first, it sounded like pure fiction. The idea of a car that powers itself, no gas, no charging, no solar panels, seemed impossible. Yet, stories started surfacing online. People claiming their modified cars were running endlessly, powered by a hidden energy loop that the world wasn't supposed to know about. It began with a man in Texas, a retired engineer who once worked for an energy company. In his small workshop, he designed a compact module he called Project Delta. It was based on a magnetic drive system that recycled kinetic energy far beyond what traditional regenerative braking could ever achieve. When installed in an electric vehicle, it continuously looped power back into the battery system. Videos of his modified car started appearing on the internet. A regular sedan driving for hours with no battery drop. The comments exploded with disbelief. People called it fake. But then, independent mechanics began replicating the results. They posted their own footage, cars running far beyond normal capacity, seemingly defying known limits of energy conservation. Soon, underground forums began buzzing. Engineers, mechanics, and DIY tinkerers exchanged ideas and blueprints. Reddit threads turned into communities. Facebook groups were created overnight. The concept was spreading, and big industries were starting to notice. Automakers quickly issued warnings about unsafe modifications, saying these systems could void warranties or cause electrical hazards. But behind the scenes, whispers began circulating that major manufacturers were secretly experimenting with similar designs under names like Infinite Drive and Autonomous Power Loop. People across the US, from California to Florida, started building their own prototypes. They took old Teslas, Priuses, even gas sedans, and began experimenting with new forms of self-sustaining energy recycling. Some systems barely worked. Others, according to those testing them, worked too well. This technology isn't as new as it sounds. Patent archives show energy loop concepts from the 1980s, most of them bought, sealed, or classified. Every time one of these free energy designs appeared, it vanished. The inventor would disappear, the idea would be labeled a hoax, and the system would move on. But now, things are different. With modern materials, advanced magnetics, and AI-driven energy management, these systems can finally reach efficiency levels that once seemed impossible. People are taking control of their cars, and in doing so, they are challenging one of the most powerful industries on Earth, energy itself. Some reports say a Nevada-based startup is preparing to publicly demonstrate the first verified self-powered vehicle before the end of the year. If it works, it will be the spark that ignites the biggest disruption since the invention of the internal combustion engine. Imagine a car that never needs to stop for fuel or charging. No gas stations, no power grids, just endless motion powered by its own momentum. But that kind of freedom doesn't come without a fight. Entire industries depend on keeping people tied to energy networks, oil, electricity, infrastructure, and taxes. If this technology spreads, it threatens trillions of dollars. That's why some believe efforts are already underway to suppress or discredit it. Yet, the idea has escaped containment. Once information reaches the public, it can't be taken back. Thousands of people are already building, testing, and documenting their own conversions. They are proving that the dream of an independent, self-sustaining car might finally be real. The movement is growing. Quietly. Relentlessly. From backyard garages to underground labs, innovators are breaking the rules of what's possible. And whether the world is ready or not, the future is shifting in their favor. Because when innovation meets independence, the system trembles. And once you've seen what's possible, there's no going back. This is Gearless Garage, where the future runs itself.